welcome everybody to the Master Heart family. I'm dressed in blue today for our beautiful, the blue Archangel Michael is going to come and visit us today. And he's the master of manifesting. So by the time you're done here today, you're going to be flying high, baby. And you're also going to be listening to Archangel Michael and some of the things that he is most interested in to help all of us to manifest and be masters of manifesting. And if you want to take notes, that's a great one to say is I love being a master of manifesting now. Yeah. Yeah, I love that. With Gabrielle, we because Gabrielle is about communication, we say the angel of communication. And really these energies that when you call them in, we call them archangels, God, higher power. Now, when you call these in, they'll just do amazing things for you and they'll create miracles. And so, as we always do before we'll invite Michael in with us today, that we'll talk about the miracles and inspire and uplift us and have fun. So you're going to love this time together and hang on for the ride of your life. And who wants to start with some of the miracles? All right, Martha, there she is. Hey, girl.
Well, this is along the line of pre-paving the way. And if you recall, one of our conversation, I said in doing the business that I'm doing, I want to attract people who say they've been looking for this, what we're offering.
Yeah.
And I met one podiatrist at a fair, and I went to see her about 2 weeks ago. And I did a little presentation and showed her the video, and she was like, wow, this is great. Because she happens to be into health and wellness.
Yeah.
And she shared with me part of her church, she had what's called the Biggest Loser contest. And she thought this would be perfect. So I went to my first kind of health fair, even though I didn't do it, but it was hers.
Yeah.
And going there, I pre-paved the way. I'm like, smooth traffic. I'm going to get a parking spot really close. I'm going to get there on time.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have fun. And I'm going to scan at least, I said 20 or more individuals.
Or more.
So everything went as pre-paved. And I had so much fun. The energy of the people who were interested in getting scanned was just amazing. I didn't scan 20, I scanned 15, which was fine with me since this was my first health fair. So this just makes me a true believer. So
yeah, and that is so beautiful, Martha. And thank you so much for sharing that and this idea about a true believer. It's for us to believe that we have the power to ask for, and then God will deliver. The Father does the work, whatever we ask for. And so, and that's why numbers, you got to kind of watch the numbers, because when I go, 20 and more and I get 15, the committee wants to rush in and say, this was a disaster, when really it's the most successful time that you've ever had, and, but at the perfect time. And see, when I call forth fun and when I call forth the parking spot and whatever, that there is a way, and it's just, it is this to believe, to allow, to believe, to expect that when I ask for things, and this idea about pre-paving it. And Martha, because you've experienced this now, that you'll see that you'll be doing it more, and you'll experience it even more and more and more and better and better and better. And that it literally is, and you can ask for whatever you want. I had, I think, shared with you guys last week that, and with all of us, on how I had someone call me and said that it's just terrible, this lawsuit they've had. They've had it for 3 years. There's no end to it. This is what he said. He was talking about what he didn't want, that it's costing him thousands of dollars every month. They're having all this time it's taking. And it literally, he didn't realize it was consuming him. He couldn't sleep at night. He'd wake up in the morning about this. And when he was done telling me all that, I said, well, thanks a lot for telling me what you didn't want. And he goes, what are you talking about? You know, this is real and true. And I said, nothing's real and true other than whatever we're thinking about. And you're making this real and true, and this will never end unless you change your thinking. And the sentence that he used, and I would suggest we all write it down, we all use this, that this situation, I don't care what situation it is, but whatever you're thinking about, God knows what's in this situation is easily and quickly resolved in my favor. Bingo, in my favor. This situation is easily and quickly resolved in my favor. He calls me, that was on a Wednesday. He calls me on Sunday, and I've never heard this individual because I've known him for a couple of years, and he's never been, he's never vibrated very high. And he called me, and he was vibrating high. He was the happiest, and he goes, "Oh my God, I'm free. I've never felt better than ever." And I said, "Really? What happened?" And he goes, "Really, this is just unbelievable. I didn't realize how it consumed my life and everything. But on Wednesday, I talked to you, I start saying this, I start believing it, and they call this, another meeting with the judge and whatever at court, and on Friday, and the judge looks at the case and decides this case is now ended in the favor of this person."
Of course.
Yeah. And he just was, what? No more, this is going to last forever. It doesn't matter what has happened to you before, who you were before, what other people have been before. It just matters what we're thinking now. And so Martha pre-paved her way. Yeah, she pre-paved it the way that she wanted. Most people are saying, oh, hell, there won't be much parking there, and I'll have to park real far away. Probably these are a bunch of deadbeat, whatever people. And, I'll be lucky to get one or two people to, talk to me or what. No, she decided I'll just call it the way that I want it. And so Martha and I, because we know each other in the past, that she's never had success like that before. And it's really this idea about with this perspective when we're talking about, and see, it really is about this whole idea about, and then it's fun. Martha, did you have fun?
Yeah, I actually did. As I mentioned, just the level of interest and excitement from the people who wanted to get scanned made it a lot of fun for me. So I've been doing this for, a couple of months now. So it's true. This is the first time I'm having success with this
particular thing.
With this program. Yeah.
Yeah. And so it is fun because, see, it's not about, selling this or whatever. It's about sharing whatever you're offering. It's about sharing that, whether it's a friend, you're offering a friendship or, a product so it doesn't matter that whatever you're offering, that when you show up and you rise up, and this is, I want you to think about something to write down too, is I now rise up. I rise above the committee. What was holding Martha back was her committee. Thinking oh, I'm this type of person, I'm not outgoing, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it's just stuff that she didn't want. And so she started to think differently. And this is an understanding. And as for all of you that are, here now, that, all you watching that, this is an understanding of life that all you need to do is try it. And it's going to play out for you. And it's going to get better. And like this number about, oh, only 15 people was an amazing success. But the committee, this chatting little mind, the devil in your head, if you will, the fear, worry, doubt, complaining, blame, shame, guilt. And did you hear that? The first committee member, and really, according to Angel Michael, the only committee member that's in your way is fear. And that is false evidence appearing real. It's just made up. It's not real. You can change your life, change your circumstances, change your experience, change your relationship, change your business, change your financial situation, all those things when you change your mind. And I love the idea about being independently wealthy. I love the idea about building my friendships. I love the idea about building my business. I love the idea. And if you just say that, I love the idea of, it'll be just soak your mind in this. You know, my joy shop, like at Saturday morning, was 2 hours. I was flying with God and Jesus, Buddha and the archangels, and I mean, yeah, my guides, and I just had a blast. By the time I got out of my joy shop, I mean, I was just flying high. And I'm not necessarily suggesting you invest that much time, but the fact is, if you emerge yourself with the thoughts of what you want, it's only possible to get what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, isn't that fun? Yeah.
And staying positive.
Yeah, you're the creator of your own experience.
Right.
And by positive, that again, I like using the word, it's easier to the wanted. What do you want?
Yeah.
And because it becomes easier to decipher, because I could say a positive things is I'm not sick. Okay, well, is that really, I'm talking about sick, okay? And so I thought I was thinking positive, but I was actually, whatever I think about, it doesn't matter if I say I want it or don't have it or whatever. If I think sick,
Sick.
I attract sickness. We're the
Right.
creators of our own experience. So by thinking, hey, what do I want? And am I thinking about what I want right now? And am I thinking about open parking spots, about good health, about growing my business? And you just flow with this and you enjoy with this. I asked like this morning, my joy shop, and that's like with me and God, if you will, me and my inner being, that, I asked to laugh, to smile more. And I've been laughing all morning. I've been smiling. And it's just like, how beautiful. So who else has to share?
Can I share something?
Hey, Shell, sure. Hey.
Okay, so you said that we were all masters at manifesting. And what I didn't realize for my first 45 years of life is I was living the life I was manifesting, that life full of lack and fear and doubt and judgment and all of that.
Yeah.
And, since meeting you, I'm like vibrating up here all the time now, but I still have those moments, those down moments where the committee gets in.
Yeah.
And I was kind of feeling like that all weekend, just kind of down and depressed and, letting the committee rule my world.
Yeah.
And finally, yesterday, I was like, all right, enough is enough. And I texted a friend of mine and I was like, I'm going to put on my high vibe playlist that I have on Spotify. I just created it of songs that I love that just really lift me up. And literally within minutes of doing that, you know me, I always cry.
Yeah.
Like I got a surprise $100 dropped into my account from someone, and I started sobbing because I know it's this easy. Why do I allow the committee to ever take over? Like I don't understand why I still allow it sometimes to creep in. But yeah, so that's my share.
That is so beautiful. And the thing you started out with that just was really outstanding. Like, just you're so awake to this, is that, wow, I was the creator of my experience in the past. And it was really shitty, and it was lack and limitation and poor me and bad relationships. But I created it. I'm the master of, I'm a master manifester. And so what am I manifesting? And all you have to do is look at your life. And I usually don't suggest you look at what's going on in your life per se, because it's old news, but just look at your life, and however your life is, that's the accumulation of your thoughts. And it'll help you to identify, oh, I want whatever, more money or better relationships, or, whatever that is, based on that. And then the other thing you shared with, oh, I have that, you've been flying high, and then all of a sudden, for whatever reason, doesn't matter, that the committee grabbed you and it started managing your weekend. And you were having a terrible weekend. But remember, everything is a blessing. Even the committee is a blessing. And why is that? Because it helps us. It's the contrast that we all signed up for. It's the contrast to help us understand what we don't want. The committee will always tell us what we don't want and who we aren't, by the way. Oh, you did this bad, and, whatever, you're not good enough, and blah, blah, blah. And so it's simple, but now we're awake. The Master Heart family, we've awakened. We've risen above to realize, oh my gosh. So it took the weekend. It doesn't matter how much time, a weekend is like in amount of time, of eternal time. Our whole lifetime is like a drop of water in the ocean, okay, as far as all the time there is. And so that it took a weekend and you were controlled by the committee, who cares? What's important and what you focus on is, I woke up, I rose above on Sunday afternoon, and when I did, money flowed to me, wonderful people flowed through me, and it took me to tears. Life gave me tears of joy. Ooh, doggies. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I want is, tears of joy. And you can ask for that. You can simply ask for, I want tears of joy, and you'll be given it. Yeah. It's that easy. See, and really that, this loving energy will come and gather up all your goodies or all of the trash that you've been, led by the committee. It's going to gather up whatever, because there's no judgment. And so God doesn't judge you. And that whatever you ask for, you're going to get, whether you want it or not. I might as well just start asking, in other words, thinking about what I want. And then I'll get it. Beautiful. Thank you, Shell. So happy for you. Who else has other good news, miracles? Hey, Joey!
Hello, everyone.
So
I mean, this is just awesome. Being with you guys, I so much miss when I'm not here and stuff, but being with you guys and stuff. And, I've just had like a few different things happen. As we talk all the time, think of what you don't, use what you don't want as an indicator to guide you over to what you do want. And I've been doing that, and I met this woman. She's a really good photographer, and I hadn't done headshots in like 3 or 4 years, and so she goes, yeah, let's go to the studio and stuff like that. And so we go there, and on my way there, I could find myself getting nervous and stuff like that. Like, oh man, I, smile right, da. And I just had this thought that ran through my head. In order for me to be proud of these, I'm going to have to be attractive. So I'm going to choose to be attractive.
Beautiful.
So we went through the photo shoot, and it was funny because she was up on a ladder and doing different shots and stuff. And one time she literally fell off the ladder. And when we did our second shoot, we went out to this old train. And when we did it, she goes, I have to apologize to you. And I go, for what? She goes, I was so turned on taking your photographs last time, I fell off the ladder. And so I was like, okay. And then I come into something else, and I'm doing this video that I just did this morning and stuff. And on my way in here, I'm excited. I love doing that stuff, but I was nervous. And I said, to do this the right way, I'm going to have to be confident. So I'm just going to be confident.
Wow.
And I just finished it before I got here, which is why I was a couple minutes late. But it's like, man, and that's all I have to do is just say, this is what I need to be, and this is what I'm going to be.
Wow.
And it continues. And so now she took pictures. It's so funny. I just got selected in 4 years, I've been selected as top 20 business coaches in New York Journal, Disruptors Magazine, stuff like that. In 2024, they called me and they said, hey, for 2024, you have the #1 spot, the top business coach in the United States. There's no, like, in my past, I would have negated that and blew it away and everything else because I didn't deserve that. But now I know it's gifts from God. I'm doing his works and he's guiding me forward in it and stuff like that. So now that comes out last week. My photographer took some of the photos and just put them out on social media, just to put them out on social media, you know, and last week, the end of the week, LA Entrepreneurs Magazine reached out to me and they said, we saw some of your stuff on social media. We would love to feature you.
Good job. Well done.
It's just blessings. It's just things showing up.
Yeah.
And all I have to do is, like you said that, Michelle, sometimes it can get pretty tough for me to not get pulled into this, you know, to the muck of things not being the way I want them. But whenever I do that, and it's so simple, just, okay, this calls for confidence, so I'm going to be confident.
Yeah.
This calls for, you know, for me to be allowed to be excited, so I'm going to be freaking excited. This allows for me to just lip sing and not real sing, and I'm going to lip sing.
Oh, don't be getting out of singing, Joey. Oh, Joey,
I figured I'd try.
That
You're not in
and
LA
it's
yet, Joey.
It's getting so easy just to be good at all these things that so long in my life I thought I wasn't deserving. I thought I wasn't enough. I thought I wasn't smart enough or whatever enough and everything else. And it's all been there all along. This system, working with you, Dr. Hank, talking to you guys, getting to know you guys and fall in love with you guys and all that is opening that up for me to really see me.
Yeah, that's just so powerful, Joey.
Well done, Joey. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you, Stephen.
So
and I think if I talk and continue to explain this stuff long enough, we won't be able to sing, which I'll be sad about, but I'll be okay with it.
Joey, congratulations on being the Coach of the Year, man. You're just awesome, and all these opportunities. We're a little disappointed. You tried to get it out of singing twice now. But you're going to have to lead us today. And it starts out with, we like to laugh and have more fun.
That's on this side. So I use that to go, what would I like?
That's very good.
No,
you know, I love
awesome.
this idea of the other thing that really we just don't understand on how our upbringing, this is through ancestors, okay, our fathers, our grandmothers, I mean through literally our ancestry, that things like, don't be talking nice to yourself, like, oh, that's your ego saying, oh, I want to look attractive. And I love that, by the way. Yeah, I love looking attractive. What a great word on that. And that it's okay. It's okay to ask for those things, and then you'll become them. And so that, wow, I love to be confident now, because what it has been is that we have been told things like, hey, don't talk to strangers. So we're afraid to, share with people the good news of whatever we're offering. And so we have all this stuff in there. And the good news is it doesn't matter. So it's done unto you as you believe. And that's the kingdom within you. But it doesn't matter what those beliefs are. We don't have to dig up those unwanted, those beliefs that don't serve you. We just need to put in there beliefs, new beliefs that serve you. And in a group like what we're doing here, you're going to pick up these new beliefs, and you're going to hear from other people like, Martha, and wow, this really works, from Joey, and oh my God, he's the top of the top. And because every one of you are worthy, every one of you are the masters of manifesting anything in your life. And the more that you hear that, we need to hear things that, for most human beings, at least 6 or 7 times before we even accept them. That's why they do the ads over and over, the same dumb ads over and over. And because we need to accept that. Well, you just keep on doing that. And if you do your joy shop and start talking, walking with God, if you will, talking to yourself on what are you talking? We're all talking to ourselves. Like that's another thing. Our parents or whoever, they meant well, but quit talking to yourself. We're all talking to ourselves all the time. Okay. What the hell are you saying? Usually it's about what we don't want. And so we're not going to do that anymore. We're just going to talk about what we want. And then we'll get it. Because literally, all things are possible with God. Anything, and remember how it is. You're not waiting for God to do something or your higher power of the universe. You have to do the thinking. Your all-powerful thought puts everything into motion. And your train takes off, if you will. It leaves the station. What trains are you sending? Are you sending the abundant train? Are you sending the business, the loving relationships? And if you're sending that it's only possible to get that. So that's the trains we're sending. And they're what are those what are the trains called? The ones that go real fast?
Super trains.
Huh?
Super trains, the super trains.
Super, yeah.
300.
And a bullet trains. Yeah. So think of trains like all day now. Just be attracting, and you'll attract trains now, by the way, thoughts of it, see trains, whatever, that this week you'll see trains. And why? Because you have no resistance to seeing trains. But many of us have resistance to, hey, more money coming in. Oh, that can't happen. And then we, shoot it down, if you will. We shoot ourselves in the foot. We're not doing that anymore. But trains, think of your bullet train and all of the bullet trains that you're sending out now of what you want. You like
I got
that?
a question.
Yeah.
So you brought up trains, and now I have to walk around worried about getting hit by a train this week. That doesn't seem fair.
So, worries committee member, hit by the train is for sure a committee member. So, Joey, that's what you don't want. What do you want? I want to create bullet trains in my mind on what I do want.
Thank you for that clarification. That could have made a big difference in the week.
It's a perfect example, though, on where 80% of the time our minds are trained to think about the I want it. 80% of the time. So if I say train, some people could think about what you were thinking about, Joey, but I'm not going to bring that up because we're thinking about those bullet trains. Yeah, I've been on bullet trains. They're fast. They're cool. And so again, you'll attract that, just like you'll attract butterflies. That's a good one. I have butterflies in our magical backyard now. So think about butterflies. You'll start seeing, like yellow butterfly, because you have no resistance to that. And so that's how powerful we are. And so it's just like, wow, I can just start thinking about what I want and then get it, and just allow that, and just say, yeah, I love growing my business up. I love having more money now. I love having being happier now. I love feeling better now. I ask for better feeling thoughts now. Ooh, baby, just flow them in. Yeah. Other miracles happening? Thank you, Joey. Yeah. Hey, Steve.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Master Heart family. It's great to see everybody out today. And
Yeah.
really quick, I just want to thank you, Dr. Hank, for making miracles happen for all of us, because without you creating such a great space to do this wouldn't happen. And I just want to thank you personally, because it is a great space. And my dad used to joke, he'd reach into his pocket and he'd go, oh, good thing I brought some extra wiffle dust to sprinkle around for everybody, because, whatever it is,
Yeah.
wiffle dust, magic, fairy dust, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
These kind of groups actually really do rub off on other people. And I think it's just very valuable that we all get together and can take an hour out of our time
Yeah.
to share these miracles that are happening. And it does rub off, and it's a great it's a great hour to spend every start your week. So thank you.
Yeah.
That's the miracle this week.
Well, thank you, Stephen. And that I asked this morning for more compliments. And there you go. I literally did. And most people would say, oh, don't be selfish and, ask for more. Well, if I ask for compliments, see, because God has a way to, everybody wins when it's done in your favor or for compliments. If I'm given a compliment, it means that, hey, what I'm doing is helping other people.
Right.
And so, wow, Stephen just said. So it's like, yeah, it's this beautiful tapestry, this dance that we are together with, and that everybody, I pray for everybody in my previous experience, in the past, and I bless them in every experience I had, because it all took for all of us, it took us
Right.
to this
Right.
hot moment right now, this place where we're awakening to
Right.
who
Right.
we are. Yeah.
And I think you'll hear
it's amazing.
something from somebody that you didn't think you'd need to hear, but you do hear it, and it radiates and resonates, and all of a sudden, like that little seed that you planted, just blossoms
Yeah.
exponentially throughout the system.
Yeah.
It's
Planting
great.
seeds. Yeah. So imagine that, you have a garden. We all have a garden. It's life. And that we can have whatever we want to grow in that garden. And we grow it through our thoughts, the seeds that we put into our garden. So what kind of garden do you have? Do you have a bunch of weeds?
Yes.
Whatever. And that, hey, and hi, Vanessa. I see you're here. I think you're from Guatemala, right? Is that correct? Yeah, yeah. So welcome. And I was at one point president of an oil company in Guatemala. That was an amazing experience. Love your country, and went sail fishing and got and caught a sailfish. And so beautiful. So welcome. And you have an amazing podcast. Yeah. So with that, let's see. Anybody another miracle to share? Well, let's do this then, that let's invite Archangel Michael in, and let me just give you a little review first, that there are 7 archangels that the people, those that have walked before us, have asked for 7 major things. And what's considered the most powerful, loving archangel of them all is Archangel Michael. And I realized that he was with me. He's been with all of us actually at some point, whether you're aware of it or not, but he was with me when I became an ordained minister. And then I realized his presence, and a couple of the other very spiritual people in the small church that I was ordained in went, and when they came and congratulated me, they said, oh, it was wonderful having Archangel Michael with us. And so they could feel the presence of Archangel Michael. Michael is blue, a blue light for our minds, energy for our emotions, our spirit, and blue angel dust in order to come in and go into every pore of our body and every cell of our body and all of our organs and systems. And he is the archangel of manifestation, and he can help us to manifest. And so what I would invite you all to do, that we're going to invite him in now. And so it's easier, as long as you're not driving, that to close your eyes, to go within, that you today are going to, if you haven't already, you're going to feel the presence of Archangel Michael, and he is going to help you significantly in order to become a master of manifestation. And so I invite you now to close your eyes, to breathe in deeply. And breathe out. And as you do, just say to yourself, relax, relax, relax. It's 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. Breathe in God's breath. And breathe out and breathe out anything that's going on today in your mind, any committee members, just breathe them out. Breathe in. And breathe out. And just be at ease. Just feeling so comfortable, so in love. Breathe in. And breathe out. And just put a smile on your face, feeling so good. Feeling the presence of love with you and in you now. Breathe in. And breathe out. And we now invite Archangel Michael, your beautiful light and energy and angel dust. And I ask you to come into me and use me as your vessel to communicate the divine. Oh, welcome, my divine ones. You are so beautiful, so worthy, and I love you so. You can't imagine on how all of us think upon you. You're literally at the frontier, the pioneers of all of life. You have volunteered to live this life with this contrast, to expand into what you do want, to expand thought and energy to anywhere and everywhere that you want. You are so special. And today I want to speak to you. What is right now the most important thing to me? It is my passion. It is my mission. That it is time for all of you to release the one thing that has gotten in your way from truly being the masters of manifesting anything you want. And that is fear. Fear is but an illusion. It is the most powerful illusion that was given you and passed down for generations. It's the most destructive illusion. It is the beginning, the end, and the cause of wars, conflicts, and your own internal war, your own internal conflict. Fear surrounds nearly everything, more so than ever before. And because of this, it is not only my direction, but it is my will to eradicate this falsehood, this lie, this what we call fear that humans believe so fiercely in. Look upon this earth, and it used to be clear, but there's this cloud blanketed with this fear. And it is time now for us to remove this curtain, this fear from you. And as we remove your fear, you shall be who you were meant to be, the master of manifesting, expanding thought and feelings beyond where they ever have been before. As you release your fear, it gives me and all of us all that is great joy, and it shall help all now and it'll make your way easier to have what you desire, to have the freedom that your soul has called for. You are divine beings. You are blessed children. And you are now given the freedom to create your desires in divine and grand ways. I now call upon all the loving energy of the universe, and we now flow into you. We flow into your beliefs. We flow into every cell where that fear lurks. We flow into your thoughts, and we release your fears now. Let us take your fears from your mind, from your body, from your spirit, and release you of these fears. Feel this heavy weight just melting off of you now. Feel the love of God and all that is flowing in you now freely. You are free of fear forevermore. Release it, let it go, and now allow us to flow into your thoughts. Feel my beautiful, loving energy in your mind, in your thoughts. I now bless you with good feeling thoughts. I now take you into your spirit, your emotions, into your breath, and everything that you are, that I free you now. I send love, and love comes calling now and flows into every emotion that you have. It flows now into everything you are, into every feeling, every emotion, every cell, every organ and system within your body, within every sense. The blinders are now off, that you see as we see. You see the blessings in everything. You smell the blessing, you taste it, you touch it, you hear it. And your sixth sense now is free to go out and communicate with us freely. A two-way communication where you ask and then we answer, and you allow and you believe in us as you've never before had the freedom to. It feels so good. You are now free to have good health and wealth, the happiness that you deserve. You are worthy, and you feel your confidence. You feel your loving power that you have now. You are free. Your heart now, the chains are off, the locks are off, and you open up your heart wide. There's nothing to fear anymore. There's only everything to love. And now you love it all. You love this life. You love yourself. You love everyone and everything from your past, present, and future. You are free to create, so I encourage you to expand your imaginations now. And just imagine yourself floating down the beautiful river of life. This blue light, this deep blue light of my love flowing, this stream flowing down. And the boulders that were there of fear are now taken out, no longer there. And you're free to flow in life as you wish. You're free to create and manifest all the things that you desire. Expand your imagination. Ask for more of what you want. And we are now delivering it to you easily, quickly, and upon your asking, upon your all-powerful thought that you are blessed with, the all-powerful being that you are. And just flow down the stream now of life, of love, and just row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but your dream. Oh, feel the love. Feel your loving power. Feel your worthiness. And now go out, my child. And go out and manifest as you have never manifested before. Go out and enjoy. And become enlightened. Become at peace now. Fear is gone, and it has been filled with love, joy, and peace for you. And I will always be with you. You just call me in, and I'll be here to love you, to guide you, to support you, to have you experience your dreams now in this magnificent life. I'm with you forever. I love you forever. Call upon me. And I am now in your heart, in your spirit, in your mind, and in your body. Feel my love, my blue light, energy, and angel dust. And in the silence, I am God. Oh, I now invite you back into the room. Oh, we are all just feeling so good, so happy, so free. We give thanks for this. I invite you back into your chair. I'm going to count from 3 to 1, and on 1, you're going to open up your eyes and awaken and feel better than you've ever felt. More awake, more alive, more free than you've ever been. And on 3, the 3 for the mind, body, and spirit is now cleansed. You are now free in order to create as you deem. And on 2, it is you and your higher power together in this magnificent dance, this magnificent asking and us doing the work for you and you receiving. And now on 1, we shall awaken and feel so refreshed, so amazingly well, so free to create. And 1, we open up and welcome this beautiful, beautiful life to us now, forevermore. Amen. Ooh, I feel good, like I knew that I would. So good. Joey's singing so good. Yeah. Woo. So how's everybody doing?
Very good.
Feeling good. Yeah. Anybody want to share your experience there? What you saw, felt, whatever?
I didn't want to come
At
back.
one point,
Yeah. Go ahead, Shel.
At one point, when you said like release the fear, I could feel like my heart and my like mind just like opening up. But what angel is purple? Because purple kept coming to me.
Yeah, yeah. So it's actually the color violet, and it's Archangel Zadkiel, and Zadkiel is compassion, the seventh archangel. And so for us to have compassion. So you were feeling compassion towards Michael, towards yourself, towards your heart, towards your mind. And so that's why you were surrounded by and filled with compassion. Isn't that beautiful?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, beautiful. Stephen, what were you saying?
I said I didn't want to come back. It was nice
Right.
out there. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
good,
yeah.
good.
Well, as you know that, I've had several experiences where I've been on the other side, and that's how you feel. You really don't want to come back.
It was nice. It was pretty nice. It was good.
Yeah,
I'm here. I came back. It's
yeah,
not
yeah, yeah,
right. Then it went from red to the aqua blue. It was cool.
yeah. Yeah, good,
Yeah,
beautiful. Yeah,
it's good.
that beautiful blue, and now you also see today blue, and all week long you'll be more aware of blue. And again, because we have no resistance towards it, we're like magnets to attract it. So all we have to do is be thinking about, hey, if I want more easy money, I get more easy money. It really, it's just, I live a magical life, and if you knew on how money comes in, it's just unbelievable. It just comes in wonderful, magical, miraculous ways.
Stop overthinking it and let it happen. Go with it.
Yeah,
Go with the flow.
exactly. Yeah, let it happen. Yeah, that's allowing, it's kind of like, I get in my way, what's in my way is that committee, and you don't need that committee anymore. That fear, you don't need that. And we are now released of fear. And so as long as you just continue to think that and ask Archangel Michael there, that you won't have fear. Because the only thing holding you back from anything you want is those fearful thoughts. And some people think the opposite of love is hate. It's actually fear. Because it's just things we fear that
Fear and
we're under.
procrastination.
What's that?
Procrastinate. Fear and
Yeah,
procrastination.
procrastination. Yeah, yeah, that's a committee freezing you. And instead of you going out and being the light of the world, we're the light of the world now. So let's go out, baby, and let's be that light. And when we shine our light on other people and circumstances, etc., that what happens is the love shines and their light shines, and that there's nothing in this world to fear. And we're even back to, talking about, well, what if I die? Well, we just got done saying that if you die, you're going to be even in a better place. So what the hell? There's just nothing to fear. Okay. And so, let's stop listening to the committee. I'm not going to be managed by this committee anymore. And instead, I'm going to be managed by God. And what does that mean? By my higher power. How do I know that? By me feeling good. When I'm feeling good, it means I'm thinking good thoughts like God, like my higher power, like the universe. That's why we all feel so good right now, because we've been walking with God. Woo, doggies. Love that. Love that. Yeah. So, any other thoughts, comments?
Yes, I have one, Dr. Hank.
Hey, Mia.
Hi. I just got
Hi.
done working out earlier, so I had to slide into the call and
Sure.
and
Awesome.
but that meditation was beautiful, and what it snapped me back to a memory that I completely forgot, which was a woman I met in Georgia maybe about 7 years ago when I lived there. And I remember she approached me. I was at like a, like kind of going through like a vendor market.
Yeah.
And she told me, she was like, "Do you believe in angels?" And I said, "Yeah, I do." And, I asked her why she asked. And she said, "Well, I've been given the gift to be able to see them." And she's like, "And for some reason, Archangel Michael is just surrounding you." And she said, "I have a feeling you're going to be working with Archangel Michael a lot in the future." And I didn't, I kind of, I love the experience, and it made me really look more into Archangel Michael at the time, but it reminded me that I remember when I was younger and I used to have nightmares. My mom would always tell me to call in Archangel Michael and that he would come in swiftly
Wow.
and just lift me up. And every single time that happened, and I remembered to do that, it was like instant,
Yeah.
instant. And you would see the blue light.
Wow. Wow. That's just amazing, Mia. Yeah. And this is, so here you are. Today you're working, if you will, playing with Archangel Michael. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is so much fun, you know? And that, yeah. And all of us could see angels, by the way, if you ask for it. You know, and I mainly feel, you know, and that I can call them in, they can, you know, operate through me. I'm a conduit to them, whatever. And it's like, yeah, this is it. Because the happening place, see, understand, this is the happening place. But everything that we want is actually in the non-physical, does it for us. There's energy. The whole universe, proven by science, is energy. It's this loving energy that we can mold with the power of our mind. And it's just what we think. And, you know, and again, you don't have to figure this out. Just say, I want to be happier today. I want to feel better. I want to have better feeling thoughts. And speaking of that, so thank you, Mia, I love you dearly, and that's so powerful. But as Joy would always say, we like to laugh and have more fun. Take the mics off.
We
like
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 to
to
laugh
laugh
and
and
have
have
more
more
fun.
For we are the chosen ones.
For
We
we
are
are
the
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 chosen
one.
one.
Manifesting is our new game.
manifesting is
Manifesting is
our
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 new
new
new game.
game.
Michael is our middle name.
Michael.
Michael is
Michael
our
is our middle
middle
name.
Having what we want is our divine right. Having what
Having what
What
we
we
want
We
is
want is
our
want
our
is our
divine
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 right.
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 as we walk in God's divine light. As
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 we
we
walk
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 in
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 God's
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 divine
divine
light.
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 sound off the Master Heart family.
Sound
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 off the
off the
Master
the
Heart
Master Heart
Master Heart
family.
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 Sound off the Master Heart family.
Sound
Sound
off
off
the
the
Off
Master
Master
Heart
Heart
Master Heart
family.
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 Yes, yes, yes. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Woohoo.
Yes.
Oh, love you all.
Love
Yes.
you. Thank you.
Yes.
Have a fabulous week, everyone. Many
Thank
blessings.
you,
Bye. I love you
everybody.
Be
guys.
Have a
blessed.
great
Love
one.
you.
Love you guys.
Woohoo!
Thanks all.